Okay, first and foremost, can I show you guys this? My hat has a new signature. Yeah! How you guys doing today? Welcome back to a Wednesday voice video. So today I wanted to cover something that I actually had a really cool conversation with a friend over the weekend who has started doing rapping. And we got into this conversation, which is really cool because I don't have a lot of other friends that do a lot of this creative stuff to have this conversation with. But we got into this conversation where people keep talking, and I've noticed it as well as him noticing it, is we get a lot of feedback from people saying, aren't you scared? Aren't you worried? What if it doesn't work out? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love YouTube. I would love for it to go somewhere, but it's not all my eggs in one basket. You know, I do the programming, I do IT work and other stuff. So it's not like if YouTube fails, I'll be like, oh, on the street starving or whatever. But the point is, we both noticed a trend where people just kept asking us, yo, what if you fail? What if you fail? Why do you go for something you think you might fail? And that doesn't make any sense to us. And it was weird how we had this realization. It's like, what are we afraid of? What are people afraid of? Why are people so worried about where is this going to go? Like, why would I do something that I don't know 100% will go the way I want it to go? Or what if it fails and I end up back at square one? Or if it fails, where will I end up? And the thing that's so crazy to me about most of that is I feel like it comes from a fear of, and fear, it comes from fear, but of a fear of the unknown or a fear of losing it all. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so as a preface, the next minute or so of this video is going to be me talking about my own life, but that is not the point of the video. I'm just going to use it to portray a point. I was born into poverty. I was really poor when I was under the age of 10. I've still only like slightly lower middle class. However, I have risen up. I spent at least 20 years of my life being what me or my friends in this area would consider poor. Not always knowing where the next meal is going to come from, living paycheck to paycheck, not always having money to get on the bus to make it to work. A lot of things that can make you really depressed and upsetting. And again, this isn't about my life, just to portray a point. I have been poor for about 20 years of my life, the first 20 years of my life. And being anything for 20 years makes you really good at it. I'm a really good poor person. I know how to stretch $5 out. I know how to eat a box of ramen for a week because, you know, that's all you can afford. Not the point. Point is, I've been poor for a long time. I know how to do it. So in my mind, reaching for YouTube success or reaching for programming success or just success in the field that I'm currently working in, I don't care if it all goes down in flames. Because at the end of the day, the worst place or the worst thing that could happen to me is I'm just poor again. I'm just back to where I started however many years ago. If I don't reach for those things, I'm just going to continue to be at the stage that I'll come back to if I fail at those things. So what I'm trying to say is that your base, the thing you are, for me it's lower middle class, and when I was younger even lower than that, poorness. So if I don't do anything to improve my life, I'm staying here. If I try to reach higher and higher and higher, and I fall and crash and burn, I can't fall lower than this, which I'm already good at, which I've already been doing. So I don't understand where people think, I don't want to go for that, because what if it doesn't work? Well, then you're just gonna end up where you're already at. That doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna go back to your base. Now this might be a little general. I'm sure there's some situations that don't necessarily fit this cookie cutter experience. But that's how I feel about it, man. If you want to go do something, and this speaks back to an old video of mine, don't not do something for fear. Fear is the most crippling thing in the world, and it doesn't make sense. Why are you going to let yourself not shoot for the stars if you're not happy? This is, I don't remember if this was from a rap song or something, but this is not my original quote, is shoot for the stars because at least if you fail, you're still standing on top of the world. And that's symbolic because not only when you shoot for something, you learn, you grow, you get better. Maybe the next thing you try is even better, you're better at it. The point is, don't be afraid of losing it all. Because if you lose it all, you're just where you started. You're not gonna get worse than that. At least for me anyway. So when you ask me, or when you think, why can Eric do all this and not seem like he's afraid or nervous or scared for it, it's because I'll just go back to being the person I was 10 years ago. And I nailed the shit out of that, so why not try, right? I've been poor my whole life, why not try to be successful? Right? And again, this is not about my life, it was just to illustrate the point. I'm not sad, I have an amazing life right now currently. Still not rich or anything, you know, I'm still lower middle class, but I'm comfortable. I'm getting my stuff together, I have 2 jobs, I make a decent amount of money. I'm pursuing my love of this and programming and all this other stuff, so don't take this as me having a sad moment and putting it on camera. This is me using my experiences to try to help you guys out. Just remember, the next time you think, what if I'll fail at this? Just remember, if where you'll land after you fail is no worse off than you are now, then I can't think of a conceivable reason not to attempt it. And I guess it doesn't have to make sense. See ya. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm trying this new thing where I have like an end card at the end of my videos, so it's not just blackness. If you love this video or you like the advice videos in general, don't forget I post them every Wednesday. Feel free to subscribe so you can see them every Wednesday, and if you would like to request any sort of advice, please throw it in the comments, and if it's something that I can speak on, as I've always said, I will try. Don't forget I do other stuff too. I'm all around the world. I do Friday videos, I do Monday videos, I do all this cool stuff, so don't forget, check me out. Oh, and one thing I never remember to do is share these videos. If you think this video, personally, and I'm not asking for just share for shares and none stupid crap like that, if you think this advice could actually help somebody out, share it to them. I want these videos to be a platform, or to be a launch pad to help people do stuff with their lives. And if you think there's somebody you know that is suffering from this type of issue, or any of the issues that I speak on in any of the advice videos, please send it to them. Help them out so I can know I'm making a difference, you can help make a difference, and it helps me anyway, so why not, right? Also, I know I've already mentioned this, but I really like this new space. Standing up is making me like really good at this, I think, and I like it. Woo! See you guys later. Woo!